Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network. Hi, this is Amit Doshi, and I wanted to thank each and every one of our listeners. It's been 2 years since I founded IVM, and it's been an amazing 2 years. We wanted to learn a little bit more about who is listening to our shows, and so we put together a short survey. The survey is anonymous, and we aren't going to be collecting any personal information. I would really appreciate it if you could take a couple of minutes out of your day and go to ivmpodcast.com/survey and fill it out. Thanks, and please keep listening.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello and welcome everyone, and well, here we are talking about everything you need to know about Indian football, and today we shall talk about yesterday's matches, and also we have two matches today upcoming: Mohun Bagan versus Mumbai and Chennai versus Bengaluru. So before we touch upon that, and Chiranjit is, he's not in Kolkata, he's right now in Chennai. He's gone to watch Chennai versus Bengaluru. He calls it
I think we've set a new record.
Yeah.
Listeners, Goa se Chennai mein kya maze hai?
Nahi, yaar. First, I think on Monday I did it from Goa. Tuesday I did it from Bangalore. Today I'm in Chennai.
And then again back you'll go to Bangalore. I think your second favorite club should be Bengaluru FC, you know.
Second guy go. Very soon it's gonna be a first.
First, yeah.
No, it's never gonna be a first.
Anyways, the one thing that everybody would like to know is whether Aizawl is on top of the table. And yes, they are.
Yes. What a match it was. Before we talk about Aizawl's game, I did tell you, I did mention this. If Churchill can give a fight, that would be a very interesting match. And guess what? They will not really give a fight. They just tore East Bengal apart. Like they just went like, like it's like typical Goan mentality. If you are in it, you are game for it. Otherwise, you're just lazy. You're lethargic. Goa is like that. And that's how they were. They wanted to go out there. And we did hear a few snippet from I-League, official Twitter handle had tweeted about the various things, but about this particular one where they, the coach was talking, Derek Pereira was talking and saying that his main agenda is to avoid relegation. Yeah. And it looks fair enough right now. And mind you, they've defeated top 3 clubs in the league. They defeated Bengaluru FC, defeated Mohun Bagan, and East Bengal.
How can you call them a relegation fighters? That's what I tweeted yesterday, that this team is totally different. And after the inclusion of Derek Pereira, they have really changed the way they play football. And, I have few East Bengal fans as, my friends, and they are seasoned East Bengal fans. And they said that before the start of the match, Churchill problem nahi hai, Derek Pereira problem hai. Because they know they know this guy, the people who are, into Indian football, they know how great this man is and how he can turn, things for a club.
But I think one thing, Chiranjit, before you start talking, I want to say, I think this was the only time you went wrong. Okay, yesterday you said Churchill might get this, down and East Bengal will get it,
I have news for you. I was saying all that East Bengal is going to win, Churchill has no chance, and I had my fingers crossed behind my back.
Yeah.
I so wanted to take...
Of course, only you would know that because we don't know what you're doing.
But I'll tell you what, yesterday I-League Twitter handle, they revealed something which was out of the box.
I actually want to start the show there, but then socha, let it be.
No, but actually magic spells ho raha tha. Churchill won and J.K. Rowling was actually playing for Churchill.
Yeah, exactly. She was there. She was right there. I mean, physically not, but presence was there. We could feel it. 2 goal mara yaar, wo bhi first half mein.
I think I don't know whose name they got wrong. Was it Rovilson or Rowling?
No, Rowling kaise ho
I think it was Rowling Borges. But they got wrong.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because that's what he said. J.K. Rowling to Robert. I was like, what? When did J.K. Rowling start playing Indian football? I mean, I hope she's seen that and she'll be like, okay, I think I was really good with Harry Potter. Well, now let's come back to the match. It was a great fight by Churchill Brothers. Amazing game. They were in the match from, I saw the match, Nikhil saw. We all in the office and amazed at the way they just played. They played their heart out there, right? Chiranjit, please.
There is something, when you talk about magic spells, there is something that I keep going back to. Before Derek Pereira came into Churchill Brothers, one of their major problems was that the defender and the goalkeeper did not have that good a communication.
Yeah.
Okay, which can happen when you have just a new team and the players have not been playing together that long. That chemistry has not been formed yet. So actually, like before the match against Mohun Bagan, Derek Pereira was talking about that as well. Like this is something we're working on.
Yeah.
Then what happens? They play Mohun Bagan, and why do Mohun Bagan concede 2 goals? Because lack of communication between the defender and the goalkeeper. Then they play East Bengal, and why do East Bengal concede 2 goals?
Wow.
Because they messed up.
Yeah,
Okenia had such a terrible game, like his worst game yet in India. Rehanesh was spilling.
Yep.
It was all over the place. Like
I think the culprit
just were not themselves.
I think the culprit was Rehanesh TP. Yesterday he was completely out of the mark, and I don't know. He was just coming out of the box every time, every single time.
Yeah. He was doing a cutty money from ISL.
it just did not seem like they had trust in each other, the defenders and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and it's such a sad thing, right? You have a high point of highest point and the lowest point in the same league within a gap of few days. Like, remember we spoke so highly of Rehanesh TP during the derby, the first derby that we saw. He was impeccable there, and here you go. He had like the lowest. I'm pretty sure this must be his lowest so far in performance wise, and Churchill just capitalized over it, right?
Yeah, very much so.
With respect to yesterday's match, when we say that Churchill is playing East Bengal, everybody would have said that East Bengal will win this. And when a team who is at the bottom end of the table, you would think that they would actually go for a draw or play a defensive kind of a tactic. But yesterday they were so attacking. I think that took East Bengal for a surprise. That they must have not...
Yeah, but they should not have been. They should not have been surprised. Like, look at the kind of game they played against Minerva Punjab. Look at the kind of game they played against Mohun Bagan. It was so obvious that Churchill Brothers were not the same team coming into this game. Of course, you give East Bengal the lead because they had just faced Shillong Lajong away and got a win there. So obviously, coming back home, they should be getting the win. I don't know if it's fatigue hitting them. Something happened. Something is not right. For some reason, 2-3 players at the back switched off, which allowed Churchill Brothers to capitalize.
Yeah. Now, this was a great match to watch. Okay, 90 minutes, amazing game unfolding. But when it happens in Kolkata, there has to be a lot of things off the field as well. And now the same thing happened. It was pretty shitty scenes here. I mean, there's nothing to be proud of when I'm talking about this as an Indian football fan. It's really sad that you have to hurt someone like physically later on just because you're hurt, for whatever reason that is. A team loses, you need to stand by the team, not because there are various factors that your team lost, right? The referee is at the end of the day a human. We all cuss him, we all diss him, we all put him down. But at the end of the day, we know it's just for those 90 minutes, and then it's like, theek hai, bad decisions hota hai kabhi kabhi. But why react in a way like these people did, the East Bengal fans?
Okay, so what happened was that the main primary rage was against the referee. So he did
because
not give that handball decision, which could have been given, I think. And so that part of the rage was justified. But of course, you should not just hound them out, And then of course there was this particular faction of East Bengal fans who sort of had this premonition going into this game. They were like, Morgan always fails after leading the league. This has been their experience. This happened in, I think, 2010. This happened at least twice with Morgan when they were really in a good position in the league, and then they suddenly slipped. And the league just went out of their hand. And it's been an anger that's been just building up for 14 years. So when they saw this loss, they were blaming Morgan as well, that you cannot fire the players up again, and the history is repeating itself, and 14 years later we're still going to miss out. So there were these two factions. One was after the referee, the other was cursing at Morgan. And everybody was at the gate, and this is the bad situation with Barasat. There's only one gate, right? That is why they don't do like games like Derby out there. That is why it's so it so easily becomes a security concern, because just one way you cannot throw people out from other pathways. So everybody came into the front of the main VIP entrance. and they were cursing after the referee. I think the East Bengal assistant coach also was shouting and had a altercation with the referee. But this is what happens when you have like 60, 70 people, in one place. There's going to be 3-4 people who are going to take it too far. Yeah, drunk dudes who are at the back of the line who will just throw something at the front. And unfortunately, that the journalist got hurt, right? That Khel Now journalist. Also, seriously, man, stay away, because football crowd, I'm saying this with all the love, they're not the nicest people. And if they are angry, there's very good chance that from the back of the scrum, somebody will throw something. And that's why the video that came out, you could see the police, they were well aware of all this. They were wearing like cricket helmets and riot gear and everything. So this is what you have to do when you're dealing with a football crowd. So stay away. Don't go to their front to film this. I also try to follow this. Like, it's not worth it getting hurt with a brick in my head. But obviously, it's not justifiable. But I'm just explaining why this came to pass. And it's also something that organizers will have to take care of. Like, there have to be ways that you can restrict people from even coming to that area. Right? Especially after, they have lost. So, it's a stadium construction issue. It's a security issue. Security, I don't think people did not expect this particular game to be very much of a security situation. So I'm pretty sure they sent less cops than usual. So all of that came together and ended up in this situation, unfortunate situation.
Yeah, I hope all those who are hurt, including the journalists out there, or the
no one was seriously hurt from what I'm hearing. So that was fortunate. But see, I'll give you an example. Bharat FC was hosting Mohun Bagan 2 seasons ago, and Shilton Paul did that terrible mistake, and he shot that behind another player's back, and he scored, and we lost that game 1-0. People were baying after Shilton's blood that day. Okay, and what they did was that they just got him out from the other end. They got a car on the other side, and he just walked over to the other side, and the people who were waiting near the team bus never got to see him. This is something you cannot do at Barasat. Right? You cannot just haul the referee out from the other end, and nobody gets like them. If the main target of rage just slips away from the other direction, the crowd has nothing else to do. They'll have to disperse.
Yeah.
So why after so many years this is still an issue? I don't know.
As such scenario, I think a bit of discipline is also can be brought in. Just
impossible. You're not going to teach East Bengal and Mohun Bagan fans discipline. Okay,
you can't teach them anything.
You can try, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. We can't teach them anything.
You just have to prepare to deal with it when it happens.
Well, nothing is, we're not justifying anything.
You just answered your question, why the situation has not changed.
Yeah. Yeah. Now let's move on.
No, I was talking about the stadium construction. Why do you, despite you knowing that these situations can arise, and this is not the first time this has happened, why wouldn't you build the second gate where you can just haul the, people in question out? Why wouldn't you create an escape route from this situation? So that's a problem. That's just like complete negligence on the organizer's part.
Well, let's talk about, let's get back to football, because we talk about beautiful game, the ugly scenes happen off the field. Now on the field, another thing that happened was, yes, Aizawl are on top of the table with 29 points, clear top cut now because the other teams are lagging behind 3, 5 and all other further points. They had a win towards the end. Aizawl scores. That's how they've been trend now. Either they score in the first half and then that's how it remains the whole match, or it remains goalless. And when you're just about to type in, finish your match report saying this is going to be a goalless draw, and that's when Aizawl scores. So that's exactly what happened. 1-0 victory for them in DSK. Great match. What do you have to say, Chiranjit?
It kind of reminds me of the 2003-2004 season of Arsenal. Okay, I'm sure it's a very lofty comparison, but seriously, these grinding 1-0 results, these just hard-fought wins, these are what they kind of look like the champions' luck. And that's what Aizawl FC are riding right now. They have come this close how many times?
Yeah.
Like how many times it looked like a draw or a loss and they just sneaked through with a point of full points. So, yeah, again, full credit to them. They were playing away from home, which is not their forte, and they were just, doing what they could do best.
Yeah.
Just trying to control the ball mostly. Amna was not doing that well. So, yeah, I mean, he was replaced, and right afterwards the goal came, I think. Although I'm not sure if Laltan Bhuiya was, involved in that much. But, yeah, it's not like DSK Shivajians played badly. It was meant to be, It's like first Churchill Brothers beat East Bengal, created this opening, and it seems like the stars were coming together. And till the end, like even though it looked 0-0, kind of had that feeling that Aizawl FC will score at one point. So it just went in. It happened. It was their day.
Yeah, two good teams played out there. Match till the end. One team that was better, a little slightly better, or probably had luck in their favor, got the goal and got the 3 points.
They had a series of home games, and now they are coming out and playing away games. So these kind of results are definitely it kind of brings a boost in their team. 1-0, kuch bhi ho, don't lose. Okay, I mean, I know Mumbai FC, being a Mumbai FC fan, but still, I so want Aizawl to win this. Oja might debate, but still, in terms of Indian football, in terms of, changing the roadmap, going ahead with one league, Aizawl winning is very important. And it will actually, make a lot of difference, because then, the top authorities they will not be able to give a blind eye to it.
Yeah, then they'll be like, Arey, inko leke to aaya. Damn it, they just won and we have to take them, no choice left.
So I know on our podcast we get a lot of comments on YouTube kyun ISL ka itna hate hai वगैरह. But then this is the thing, it will open a lot of possibilities, lot of gates for other teams as well.
The hate won't remain if it follows rules.
Just look at the way this Aizawl story has captured the imagination of the football lovers in India. Like, people are calling it a Leicester story. So when you're calling it that, you have to talk about how under the new system, if it becomes a pay-to-play system, no relegation, no promotion, complete closed system, where ISL teams get the priority in the new merged league, then these kind of teams will just be shut out. The Leicester story will not be possible at all. So, how is that justice? These are questions that need to be asked. And if you think we are just hating on ISL because of that, that would be so unfair, because we don't want ISL to go away. We don't want ISL teams to go through any extra hardship. We just want everybody to have the same freaking opportunity. Whether they are like a 5 crore team like Aizawl FC or a 40 crore team like Pune City. It doesn't matter. If you can play, if you got the players, you should be able to play. That's basic football. And if Aizawl FC win, maybe people will come around to see that. I don't know if they will win. They got next 3 very tough games, away games against Minerva, Punjab, Bengaluru FC, Churchill Brothers. None of them are going to be easy. But this doesn't matter if they win or not. The kind of heart they're showing, the kind of resilience they have put up, that should show the people, that should show everybody that it's possible. Royal Wando did it. These guys are doing it. So why would you just completely shut them off? It's not justifiable at all.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you should be fair in everything, right? Football doesn't show discrimination, so people who are ruling over it shouldn't show as well. I mean,
and actually, Aizawl is saying that
always had this. Go ahead.
Aizawl is actually proving the point that budget don't matter. So
it matters to some extent, but seriously, football has always had this story of the underclassman rising up and conquering the world. If you are just going to make it like only the richest teams can participate, then you are just doing
there's no football in it, it's business.
Yeah.
Let's hope good things are ahead, and in that hope we move ahead. We talk about the final match that happened yesterday, Minerva versus Shillong. Here we picked up Shillong and to win, and they did. It was a 2-1 victory in their favour. So what do you have to say about the match, Ranjit?
Well, it wasn't like the biggest and most beautiful of games, and a physical battle where both teams had come off a loss, so they wanted the win very badly. So it looked like a scrum where both teams picked up a lot of cards. Nobody was flinching. That was one good thing to see. Shillong Lajong coming to play in Ludhiana for the first time, and they were playing in that terrible pitch, and they were falling and being challenged. They let up. They did not let up. They kept going. The first goal was pretty good that Lalmohan Puya scored. Then they conceded that penalty, which was unfortunate. But they just kept going. They got that second goal by Fabio, and second half was all about Minerva Punjab trying to hammer them, disrupt their midfield, and trying to regain control of the game. And Shillong Lajong, it was all about not losing patience, just keeping the ball running around and just enforce their own pace on the game. And they were creating chances. It doesn't matter if they scored or not. They controlled the game. That's what mattered, and they kept on the score line. So it was a pretty good. I think all the Shillong Lajong players and the coach Sangboy Singto should be proud of it.
A good boost after a loss. A win is always good. Let's talk about today's matches now. We have two matches, as I said earlier. Mohun Bagan takes on Mumbai FC. Now, when we're talking about this off the record, we just talk one line saying Mohun Bagan will win this, then move ahead. Do you still want to keep that up, Nikhil? Or do you want to say something? I mean, for someone to be a Mumbai FC fan and an Arsenal fan at this point, it hurts.
That's what I tweeted yesterday, that looking at Churchill Brothers, where they have beaten Bengaluru, Mohun Bagan and East Bengal, you can't call them as relegation fighters. And my heart skips a bit when I think about Mumbai. So, kya karne ka? I don't know who will score the goal. I think Karan is the highest goal scorer. 2, I guess. And he is nowhere to be found. I don't know, what's happening.
Probably Chiranjeev, today's match, watch out. Probably Santosh Kashyap might just come in and say, I'll play. Let me see what fight I have in. I will show you how to play football, and he comes in as a sub. So, thoughts on the match? That's what Nikhil's thoughts were. Chiranjeev, what do you have to say? That one line and then we move ahead?
I hope, because Mumbai FC have been losing a lot, and they have been losing at home. That's particularly humiliating for them. Now that they're away from home, they should be playing with less pressure, because of course Yellow Brigade does not usually show up at away games. So I don't expect to see any Mumbai FC fans there. So they will be playing at an away game and against a title contender. So the pressure...
Yeah, you don't need fans to get pressurized then. There itself you have pressure.
You do, it's fine, it's true, I get it. But they will not have that, same kind of, that moment where they have after every game, that, okay, we have lost and now we have to face the fans. That thing will not be there. And Mohun Bagan will potentially face it. They have lost against Churchill Brothers. People are still with them. Nobody is calling for anyone's head, unlike the meltdown that happened at East Bengal after their second loss. Same thing can happen at Mohun Bagan if they lose again. So it's a must-win game for them. They have to come in with full initiative to just go on the offense from the beginning and eke out 3 points. It does not matter how they do it and how they will fix their own defensive mistakes. I think Sony Node was talking about how the defense in the last couple of games seemed like it was lacking in communication. I don't know if they managed to fix that in the last couple of days. Otherwise they might just be caught unlucky, and all it takes is one bad goal to just completely ruin your day.
But who will score?
Like this. Who will score? It doesn't matter.
As I said, Kashyap will come in. He'll come in.
Yes, somebody. It will hit Kashyap in the back and just come rebounding into the goal or something. Okay. It seriously does not matter. Just Mohun Bagan have to remain.
Or it might be an own goal from Mohun Bagan, for all you know.
That would be a scene.
Nobody knows, but just completely have to be on their toes. Do not take Mumbai FC lightly at all.
Yeah, after, I don't know what to say right now. You just made Mumbai FC happy. Not the fans, but the team. Well, let's talk about the final match and the place that you are in right now. Chennai is hosting Bengaluru FC, the South Indian Derby, you want to call it. What do you see on the cards?
Well, Bengaluru FC are back on winning track, and they're sort of like back. It just seemed like when they were playing Minerva Punjab, it seemed like they could control the game. You know, they could have that measured outpouring that Albert Roca has come to signify. You know, not the spontaneousness of the Ashley Westwood era, but the kind of performance we saw in AFC Cup, just targeted, measured application of themselves. So they did that against Minerva Punjab. They have a chance to do that again against Chennai City, and Chennai City obviously are in way worse shape than Minerva Punjab. So, yeah, I see them winning quite easily. They have the power to overwhelm them. I doubt if they will do that. They will try to conserve energy and just get a rather calm 1-0 win and move on from this. So this should be like just 3 points and just a 3-pointer game. Not try anything fancy or special and go over the board. Just look at the situation right now. They're on 16 points from 11 games. If they win, they'll be 19 from 12. Right? Yeah. And what is the situation up there? The league leaders will be some 10 points ahead with 5 games, right? So, but they got a match against Aizawl coming up at home. They got matches against Mohun Bagan coming up.
Yep.
And East Bengal are dropping points. So if somehow Bengaluru FC win the next 3 games, who knows what will happen?
Okay.
So I think that's what Roca should be telling them. Just like Khalid Jamil is telling his players, what if you can win the league? And Roca should be telling his players, what if Aizawl drop points? What if Mohun Bagan drop points? What if we manage to beat Mohun Bagan twice?
Yep.
So do not. That's the thing. That dream that's about to die, they'll just have to keep it alive and keep going.
Yeah. Because they might just see a sparkle coming out from nowhere. Well, that's all, folks, today. And there was a heavy dose of both the matches and both the days, the reviewing and previewing of games. We shall continue doing this and get you all the updates that you need to know of Indian football. Now, if you're thinking where Kevin is, he's still in Pune. He was getting something really interesting. We'll only reveal it to you once it's done. So watch out for that. And that's all, folks. If you're listening to our show on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon to get updates of our new episode. You can also follow us on Twitter for A2 Nikhil. Chiranjit is at Chiranjit Oja. I'm on Twitter as Matthew94. Boza_Kevin. And you can also listen to our podcast on Audioboom, SoundCloud, iTunes. Also download the IVM Podcast app on iOS and Android. Have a great day. Enjoy the race matches. We come back to you tomorrow as usual. Have a great day. Cheers.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcasts, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcasts galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.